But of course, as I'm sure you guessed, my principal objection to this list of nominees is that they are all white men, Sean Hannity, and the lack of diversity just shocks me.
What happened to the lack of diversity? What happened here? This is an outrage. As a matter of fact, maybe he needs a book of binders. Just thought.
You could borrow Mitt Romney's.
You could borrow Mitt Romney's book of binders.
Well, as you know, I just got back from England, which they have not bought into this whole diversity enthusiasm, which raises the important point that on the gun crimes, we keep hearing how low they are in Europe, and oh, they're so low when they have no guns. If you compare white populations, we have the same murder rate as Belgium. So perhaps it's not a gun problem, it is a demographic problem, which liberals are the ones are pushing. Let's get more Colin Fergusons and more whoever the guy was who shot up Fort Hood. Why are they coming in to begin with?
Hassan is Fort Hood.
Hassan.
All right, so you hear that they may come out. This was on Drudges. I'm coming down here tonight, and I couldn't believe it, just breaking a short time ago. 19 Obama executive orders. What happens if he tries to bypass Congress on the Second Amendment and bypass Congress on Article 1, Section 7 and use the 14th Amendment? What happens?
On guns?
On guns and on the debt ceiling. If he shreds the Constitution, you want me to say it that way? If the imperial president shreds the Constitution?
I suspect if he tried to do it on guns, even he wouldn't do that. I mean, luckily, we've recently had the Supreme Court ruling.
Biden said it may be as many as 19 executive orders.
Yeah, I think that for guns, they'd probably try to do it on ammunition and
clips.
I think we should, respond with the next Republican president having executive orders. We won't ban abortion. We will just ban abortionists and abortion clinics. How would that be? I mean, they're not serious about doing anything about shootings in America. Dianne Feinstein has a concealed carry permit for good reasons.
Did you see what I played the clip of her?
We did it on radio today, and I support her on that. She was in danger. So are other Americans, including women like herself. The fastest growing group of gun owners are single women.
Right.
What are women supposed to do who are in danger? And this business that New York is pushing through about banning the extra capacity magazines.
7 bullets.
Okay,
7.
like all liberal solutions, this has nothing to do with the problem we're supposed to be addressing. If you are going into a gun-free zone, as all of these mass shooters do, all but one since 1950 have shot up gun-free zones, you have time to drop the magazine and insert another one. You have time and preparation to have more than one gun. It's only if you are the victim of a home invasion, as that woman in Georgia was last week. She and her children she sees a man outside the window, her husband's away, she runs to the top floor, she hides in a closet, the intruder opens the door, and God bless her, she shot.
She hid in the crawl space, and this guy found her.
She shot with 6 bullets in her gun. She shot all 6, only 5 hit the intruder, which is very good when you are a panicked woman protecting your children and probably not constantly down at the gun range. She hit him in the face and neck 5 times, and yet he not only lived, he lived to flee in a car. What if there had been 2 intruders? What if she had not been as good a shot and only 3 of the bullets had hit her or hit the intruder? It's when you have a home invasion that you need a large capacity magazine, especially if you are a female who isn't constantly at the gun range.
Very well said. I think that is probably the strongest argument, Ms. Coulter, that I have heard about the clip argument and the bullet argument in New York. I don't know what you do in New York. Are we going to be? Are you going to arrest people that use 8 bullets in a home invasion?
Well, they're not arresting David Gregory. No, like all other Obama rules, all the gun rules do not apply to Dianne Feinstein or David Gregory. I would also remind you that when Colin Ferguson shot up the LIIR, no one had a gun. He stopped and reloaded. It doesn't stop a multiple victim public shooter. You can bring lots of guns. And oh, by the way, they're lawbreakers. They might have an extra capacity magazine on them. It's the person who is defending her home who needs the extra capacity magazine.
I got to run.